Imagine you're craving some cookies, any cookies, but there's just one little problem. Your oven's broken. You think all hope is lost until you remember there's one kind of cookie where there's no need for an oven. A no-bake cookie. A cookie that's both delicious and easy to make. Today I'll be telling you what materials you'll need, how to prepare your workspace, and the steps you'll take to make chocolate no-bake cookies. To begin with, you'll need to know about everything you'll need in order to make the cookies. For the ingredients, you're going to need cocoa, sugar, milk, 2 sticks of butter, peanut butter, vanilla, and oatmeal. For the measuring cups, you're going to need 2/3 of a cup for solids, 3 1-cups for solids, 1 cup for liquids, and 1 teaspoon, which can be for either liquids or solids. For the dishes, you're going to need 1 large pot and about 3 spoons. You're also going to need a cookie scoop, and these are optional, but a bowl and a knife. You're also, of course, going to need a stove, some parchment paper or wax paper. It doesn't matter which one you need, it's just interchangeable. And a microwave, which is also optional. I like to use it for a step later on, but you don't have to do that. For the next step, you're going to need to prepare yourself and your workspace. First, you're going to want to pull your hair back. This is very good because you don't want to get hair in your food or anything. Next, you're going to want to wash your hands. This is especially good for people who are making cookies for their family and friends. And I'm one of those people. I'm making it for my family, so I have washed my hands. Next, you're going to want to clean your table and your stove so that you can have a clean workspace. And you're also going to want to make an area, whether it be on a table or wherever you want, where you're planning on putting the cookies once they're ready. So you just lay down some parchment, and so as to make the parchment not roll up, I have 2 weights on either side. Then you can also put on an apron if you want to. And finally, you can put all of the ingredients and dishes onto your workspace so that you're ready and you're prepared for making the cookies. And the next part is actually the fun part, actually making the cookies. So you're going to add 2/3 of a cup of cocoa, 4 cups of sugar. This is 4 cups, I measured it out. 1 cup of milk. And you're also going to want to add 2 sticks of butter, which I have microwaved because they were a little cold. And I also cut them up so that they can help, them to melt on the stove a lot faster. You can then just mix that up a little bit. And you'll want to do this on the stove. I'm doing this here to show you, but you'll want to do this on the stove. And once you've done that, you will turn the heat on to about 5, and it will need to cook for about 10 minutes, and it needs to boil all around for 1 minute before you take it off the heat. And I've actually already been boiling another pot of it so that I can show you the next steps. You will then want to add 1 cup of peanut butter. And I like to use 2 spoons while doing this so that I can get as much of the peanut butter off of the spoon as possible. You will then add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you will mix that together. And whenever you're mixing the peanut butter, it is a little hard for it to start going away, but once it does start melting, you'll see little streaks in there. And I think it's probably best to just keep on stirring until all of the streaks have gone away. And once all of those streaks have gone away, you will want to start adding the oatmeal. So the way I like to do it is I like to add a cup of oatmeal 1 at a time. And in total you'll add 6, but I like to do this because this way it's a lot easier to just cover all of the oats with the chocolate mixture. and it's a lot faster to do it this way. Because whenever you do it all at once, it becomes a lot harder to mix it all together. So you just keep on mixing it until you can't see any more of the whites of the oats. And once all of this is done, it makes roughly 40 cookies. And I know that to some of you that may seem like a lot, so you can always half it. But I've come to find that whenever I half it, it does come to be a little dry. So I might recommend adding just a little milk to it if you do half it, because it will turn out a little dry otherwise. Even if it does turn out dry though, it will still taste delicious. And see, the closer we get to finishing it, it does get harder to stir. And that's why I like to do it one cup at a time. Because if you didn't, then it would be this hard the whole time. So once this has all been put together and you can't see any more of the whites of the oats, you will then start to use the cookie scoop to scoop it out onto the parchment paper. Now, it doesn't matter what size you make it. You can make it any size you want, because, I mean, they're your cookies. And you will then just continue doing that until all of the mixture is gone. To conclude, you've now learned of the materials you'll need, what you'll need to do for preparation, and how to make chocolate no-bake cookies. My family always loves it whenever I make them, and now your family can appreciate you for making them too. So whether you want cookies but have a broken oven, or you're just craving some cookies that are sweet and that are quick and easy, no-bake cookies are always the way to go.